everybody, Mama Sa here from Mama Sa Stories. And today I'm going to read you a book that I've never seen before, and that rhymes. Do you know what rhyming is? And if you don't, you're about to find out. I love books that rhyme. That's why most of the books that Mama Sa writes actually rhyme too. Anyway, on with the book. This book is called The Snail and the Whale, and it's by Julia Donaldson and Alex Scheffler. I think I got that right. And here is the picture. The snail and the whale. There's the snail. Here we go. Here's a little picture on the inside. They always do one picture just inside. Let's see, is there a dedication? No. It's a puffin book. This is the tale of a Chinese snail and a great big grey-blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. That's the rock as black as soot, and that's the snail with the itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed. The sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail, said the tiny snail. There she is at the beautiful dock. Can you see the seagulls flying in the sky and the striped lighthouse in the background? It looks a bit like Where's Wally's Outfit. And look at that tugboat. What a beautiful place. I'd like to go there. Would you like to go there with me? We will go to the beach together one day. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wiggle, sit still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried, "I've got it! A hitch, a ride!" There are all the sea snails on the rock. I wonder which one's the one with the itchy foot. It's like itchy feet. This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Ride wanted around the world." And there is the picture. There's the snail trail. And that's what he wrote on the rock. Ride wanted around the world. Oh, did you see that seagull? He got himself a little fish. All the other snails are going like this. What's that expression? It's a crazy, are you sure? This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale, immensely long, immense means really big, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral waves and shooting stars and enormous waves. I said coral waves, I meant coral caves, sorry. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out to the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." Look at that whale. Isn't he beautiful? Can you see the moon in the sky? And can you see all the snails on the rock? And then he put out his tail and he said to the snail, Come sail.
Come sail with me.
This is the sea, so wild and free, that carried the whale and the snail on its tail to towering icebergs and far off lands. What do you see in this picture? There's the whale. Do you see any penguins or seals or anything? Oh, there's some penguins. There's some seals. Ooh. With fiery mountains whoosh, and golden sands. He took him right away from the cold over to the tropical. That's a long swim. Look at the golden beach. And there is the whale's tail. And on that whale's tail is that gorgeous tiny snail. Is it not focusing on that very well, is it? Oh, and what's that? Dolphins! I love dolphins. I used to live in a place where there was lots of dolphins every day. And did you see the monkey? Ooh, 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 ooh. And the turtle?
Well, I'm a turtle.
Oh, and there's flying fish too. Sorry, I've got to show you the flying fish. Are you ready? There they are. A flying fish. So many things in one picture if you look and look. These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and splashed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. Oh, they splashed the snail on the tail of the whale. That was my zooming sound. Did you like that? As I zoom the pages in and out. These are the caves beneath the waves, where colourful fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail.
I hope it's okay.
I hope the sharks don't get the snail.
Ho, ho, ho.
I'm the shark. This is the sky, so vast and high. Vast means really big. Sometimes sunny and blue and warm. Sometimes filled with thunderstorms. With zigzag lightning flashing and frightening the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. So there he is in the nice warm sea with the crabs dancing, and then the storm comes and the snail's still clinging on to the tail, and the lightning and the thunder. Can you make thunder noises? Boom, boom. That's how the thunder goes. Sometimes it scares my cat, Oscar. He goes, ah. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed at it all. And she said to the whale, I feel so small. Sometimes I feel small in the universe. It's normal. Do you feel small sometimes? Small's good. You can hide in really cool places. And then came the day. The whale lost his way. There are speedboats running a race, zipping and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. That's not good, is it? You know what happens when whales swim too close to the shore? They get stuck because the water's not deep enough. Uh-oh. Is the snail still on his tail? Looks like it. I wonder what happens next. I hope everybody's okay. And this is the whale lying beached in a bay. Quick, off the sand, back to the sea, cried the snail. I can't move on land, I'm too big, moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, I've got it, she cried. Hang on. I've got it, she cried. And started to crawl. I must not fail, said the tiny snail. And there's that poor whale stuck on the beach. That's not good. And there is the little snail trying to get help for the whale. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, sit straight, don't talk. This is the board as black as soot, and this is the snail with the itchy foot. And there is the teacher. There's the bell. There's the children running in from playground into the school, and the teacher's telling them to sit straight and not talk. And there's the snail who snuck the chalk and wrote on the chalkboard, save the whale. What a clever snail. A snail. The teacher turned pale. Look, said the children, it's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the Chinese snail. A silvery trail says, save the whale. Oh, look, and they drew a picture of a whale in the background. Did you see that? See that picture there? They've been drawing whales. Maybe you could draw a whale. Your mum could help you draw the outline. It's just a big oval, which is like a stretched circle, and then you just put like a triangle on for the tail. And they don't have very big eyes. But they're very beautiful and very smart. Did you know whales are very, very smart? They talk to each other like this. Can you do a whale sound? Maybe you don't do it quite that high. You might drive your mum and dad crazy. These are the children running from school, fetching the fireman, digging a pool. Oh, these good kids, aren't they? They're running from school, fetching the fireman and digging a pool. Squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. Because whales can breathe air. They have to come up. They have a big hole on the top of their head and they breathe in oxygen and blow out water. But they're not good in the heat. They need to be wet. That's why they live in the water and they come up to the surface to get air. Whereas fish just breathe the air. The water is there. They take the air out of the water. Snails and whales need to get it from the sky like us. Oh, that was difficult. I only said the wrong thing. Do you sometimes say the wrong thing? It's okay. None of us are perfect. This is the tide coming into the bay. Oh, thank goodness the water's getting underneath that big heavy whale because they weren't going to be able to lift it. And these are the villagers shouting, hooray! As the whale and the snail travelled safely away. You see all those people being happy? Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, how time's flown, and haven't you grown? There they are, the flock on the rock, all those snails. Amazing, eh? And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale. Not like a tale of a whale, but a story. You can call a story a tale as well. It's funny, isn't it? Same word meaning different things, but spelt different. Of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. There you go, they're all crawling on. Don't tell me they're all going for a journey. My goodness. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of a grey-blue humpback whale. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at, they're all going. They're all going on a journey. Look at them all. That's so cool. Oh my goodness, what a great story. Julia Donaldson is the award-winning author of several children's books, including The Gruffalo and The Room on the Broom. Oh, I've read The Gruffalo, but actually, I saw The Gruffalo in the box. And then there's another Gruffalo book, so I'm going to read it again, because I think most of you haven't heard it from me before. Alex Scheffler, has received worldwide acclaim for his lively and charming children's books illustration, including those for The Gruffalo and The Room on the Broom. Oh, they work together, these two. Born in Hamburg, Germany, Mr. Scheffler currently makes his home in London, England. And there's two little fish out of the sea, just at the end, for a cute little picture at the end. How did you like that book? Did you enjoy it? I am so looking forward to hearing from you. Which part of the book did you like the best? Was it the whale or was it the snail? I like both, but I think I like the snail best because I liked his slithery, silvery writing. It was so cool. I hope you have a beautiful sleep and wake up tomorrow feeling happy and refreshed. And don't forget to help your mum if she's doing the dishes or doing the vacuuming. Maybe you could do the dusting for her, because mums get tired sometimes, and so do dads and grandmas and caretakers who are like mums anyway. And I'd like to say that I love you and good night for now. Love from Mum and Sa. See you tomorrow night. Don't forget to press like if you enjoyed this story and share it with the world.